iemand gekomen die zeg maar zegt van ik wil die open mic klemmen? Ja? Heel tof. Nee, niet nu. Blijf nog even zitten. We gaan zo bij je komen. Ik kom zo bij je. Dan gaan we alles regelen. Ja? Oké, deze volgende dame. Ze is Latina. Zeg maar vurig. Ik hoor hier al in de hoek. Een paar groepjes hier zo links, rechts. Sorry. Weet je, maar... ja, ze doet teksten in het Engels, teksten in het Nederlands. Ze is gewoon super dope. Veel ken ik niet zeggen, veel wil ik ook niet zeggen. Ze gaat er zelf gewoon introduce. Mensen, mag ik een applaus voor Sherry? Ja, oh, we zijn er al. Oh, staan hier. Yes, doe je ding, hè?
So, you say I'm like fire because you can see something burning in my eyes. But have you ever considered that I might be the wind? The wind that blows beneath your wings and gives you that sky-high feeling like in high school. Make you dizzy when I kiss you and then leave you listening to Drizzy, baby. Come through to chemistry class and baby, let me teach you how to really make fire. I am the oxidant to your fuel that makes this exothermic chemical reaction possible, that makes this head so epic, this infatuation phenomenal, that makes your brain release dopamines and serotonins, that makes you addicted to my skin like cocaine, that makes your head explode with OCD-like features because you've been thinking about me, and frankly, not even oceans can quench your thirst for me. For my touch that is the easing breeze to your feverish desire, that burning desire that fills every last inch of your skin as my fingertips trace its every outline, as my lips kiss every goosebump from your neck down to your belly button, as I fill your head with lust and craving, as I fuel the spark that ignites your flame, as I make you quiver and shiver and make your lips tremble my name. I'm warning you. With a not so similar tremble, you will whisper my name in anguish. See, it's no coincidence that I'm more like the wind, so you have to set a fire for it to burn, but a wind, oh darling, a wind will pick up speed on its own. Baby, while this breath soothes the ever-rising temperature of your lust, this breath can also blow you away, gone out of your mind, insane. That fire you once craved flames to ashes, to dust. My love can take many forms and make that fire inside you blaze intenser, but the storm I will bring to your mind will break you, no offense, love. Seek my limits and you won't like what you might find, like a tornado is able to destroy everything in its path and leave nothing but sorrow and bittersweet memories behind. I'm sorry. I really am. Because when I'm done, when you dare again to whisper my name, it will be that of a hurricane. Get loose! Goedemiddag, goedemiddag. Hebben we het een beetje naar ons zin? Dus ik ga nog 2 teksten met jullie delen. We gaan het een beetje persoonlijk maken. Standing at the kitchen stove, surrounded by the smells of garlic, lemon, cumin, and merken. This is when my mama tells the best stories. Today, of the women that came before me. She speaks of her grandmother in the way a painter makes his canvas come to life. I can almost taste the colors of her long-gone smile, and to me, they're bittersweet, you see. Abuela brushed her teeth with charcoal, whitened her nails with garlic, and brightened her curls and complexion with the juice of a lemon to appear more attractive. Mama tells me this was just common practice, words of wisdom passed down for decades. I stay silent. Quiet disagreement growing inside me. Mama says Abuela's recipe for a man's love is to have a passion for both cooking and fucking. To place him on a pedestal so high he'll be afraid of falling. To never raise your voice but in song, and to swallow all of your sopranos long before he comes home is where you tell him he's the one in charge, but knowing better. As women, we have to play it smart, she says. I stay silent. Quiet disagreement still growing inside me. Mama says abuela once asked for great grandkids with green-colored eyes and a good gringo name to better the race. She laughs. I say silent. Quietly bite my bubbling anger back into a half smile. You see, this is nothing new. Because in my mind, I can almost count the times I've been told by relatives how my last name could open doors if only I lived across the globe. And I can too clearly remember countless of such comments coming from a community that has been both formed and scarred by the brutal process of mestizaje, starting at the conquest of a continent. But quick history lesson. Christopher Columbus, cohorts, and many others claiming some king or queen's name came armed to the teeth with steel and disease, bringing death in ways and waves even the cruelest of natives had not yet seen. Sending small, smart forces of men armed with smallpox, biological bombs responsible over 2 million bodies at the first try. Now, how's that for a genocide? Those that lived had the choice of wrists in shackles or heads on spikes, but that's something black people know all about, right? Same happened to them when they were brought in with their skin tones torn and shredded to pieces, systematically raped by both man and dog. Beast and animal, colonizers eating into the native and African minds like cannibals, putting them in institutional disadvantage for centuries to come, making them feel the need to mejorar la raza, to better the race. It's a fucking shame to see generations of black and brown beautiful mamas whitewashing their stolen wombs just to give their kids a better life. And still hearing this saying as a piece of advice? Because if abuela said it, it must be fine, right? Never mind that abuela was culturally conditioned to see a hero in Columbus for bringing salvation to the savages, Christ to the godless, and imposing law and order on a land previously undiscovered, right? But abuela didn't know Christopher Columbus was a pedophile, sexually enslaving girls and boys ages 9 and 10. Imagine them and then tell me who was the real fucking savage back then. Back at the kitchen stove, I tell my mother, there's a serious lack of awareness of the damage done by seemingly simple sayings like bettering the race. I say there's a responsibility we carry in the stories we tell, for they may change a child's mind. She stays silent. I worry. Quietly tell myself that some systems are too hardwired, that some women are just too tired of life handing out lessons to get empowered, until she smiles and says, "Mija, words of wisdom, just like juice of a lemon, can also expire." Thank you. Ik ga hem afsluiten met een persoonlijke, een recentelijke. Kan iedereen me een beetje goed verstaan? Woo, 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 woo. Okay, let's go. When my friend asked the other day why on earth I would stay with someone who used to break my heart like a leg on stage, I said, it's because I don't know good love. You see, for all the books I have ravaged, I still cannot read between the lines and recognize the warning signs when there's still time to leave. At least, I was taught to ignore them. To blindly pour myself into the holes of chests only to end up empty myself. I was taught unconditional love, yo. You know, like a lover loving me properly was not a condition. I love regardless of the pain it is inflicting on my soul, but hey, I've always been a masochist at the core. See, part of me has always wondered why I'm not worthy of respect. But then again, I've come to feel sorry for my ex for lacking the strength to be the man he intends to be. Or not to be. Ain't that the question? Ain't we all messed up in the end? Ain't that the answer? Don't we all learn to love with just a sliver of our potential? And if love is just a game, boy, how do you reach that highest level? How do you evolve from so many errors when you're content with being just a player instead of a winner? Try to win love's kingdom with broken promises and not treat it like a king does? Go figure. But to be honest, I do hope you find that inner peace that is so lacking. that made your words committed and your actions distracted, that has held you back from keeping the promises you made to yourself. Boy, you want to be a better man? Better start caring less for your ego and more for your dignity. But hey, it's okay if you ain't feeling me. I mean, you've never cared for meeting your demons unless they come with a side of ecstasy. And I don't mean no pills. I mean a devil in a dress and some heels. I mean spotlight and after stage thrills. I mean you spot lies in your own feels. I mean the addiction, the addiction is real. But looking at the long run, is it all really worth this lonely still? And I didn't mean to be the bitch to kill your vibe. I didn't mean to bring you bad publicity. But I was asked to keep it real today. And if you ask me how I feel today, I say fucking empowered. You see, I used to be ashamed of this shit. Somehow I still took the blame for things that were never in my trembling hands, but they've never been steadier, and I've never been happier. So to answer my friend's earlier question, it was easy to love someone who would do me wrong and stay to keep his carefully put mask in place when I never learned to love myself. But shit, yo, I love myself today.
Yes, dankjewel man schat. Hey, kijk eens. Sowieso, tof. Nice, dope. Mensen, nog een applausje voor Sherry alsjeblieft. Ai. Hey mensen, jullie kunnen een beetje naar